And we are live. Welcome back, everybody. How y'all doing today? Oh shoot, which saves the most recent? Like this one. Okay. Hello, Trumpet. Hello, Chiller. Hello, Luke. How are y'all tonight? It's gonna take me a minute to remember where I left off and everything. So last night I was in the Sepulchre on Marquee Gaming's channel. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Like, that was fun. It's a lot of fun. But it was also incredibly chaotic and it really took it out of me. So, like, I'm still tired today. Thank you, Chiller. Like, I felt like I was kind of mid, but, you know, could be worse. Alright. I saw Snack, Hydrate, and Posture Check already in. Okay. Let's see here. Princess Attack. I was really excited about getting to use Thunderwave. I think that was very much the highlight for me. Which is interesting to me because I've played characters before that could have had Thunderwave and just never took it as one of my spells. And I discovered that I love it. Okay.
3 crowns. I must have that book.
Can I steal it?
3 crowns. I must have that book. I thought Punch and Judy shows had been banned.
Oh.
I should go somewhere private to study the book.
Wow, I was able to just steal the book from right in front of him because he was too busy holding a doll in front of his face while humming Boys and Girls Come Out to Play. This dude might be the creepiest character I've seen in a game. Don't like that.
Symbolic images, ancient graffiti.
Yeah, it was really interesting getting to try out all of the different classes stuff. Like, said I had not realized that Thunderwave is that much fun. So, okay. Gonna need to remember Thunderwave for the future. But also, I really enjoyed the one turn that I got to play as a rogue. So, like, I might need to make a rogue next. Trumpet says, I try to play something new with every character I make, and I love rogues. Seriously?
Sweet home.
The cunning action thing, being able to do stuff, like more things as a bonus action, I really loved that. Like, being able to disengage or dash as a bonus action, so you can just zip around the battlefield. Oh man, that was so much fun. Trumpet says I even played Hogwarts like a rogue. Disillusionment for the win. Same! I always joke that in Skyrim, my character type is the Lightning Thief. because I sneak as much as possible, and if I can't sneak anymore, I collect lightning spells.
Blast! The book is stuck fast.
Hi, Chiv. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Alright, now snack. You're good. Glad to hear it. Okay. And hydrate. Rested, chiropractor, cleaning a bit. Oh, that sounds like a good day. I'm actually planning to end the stream a little bit early today. Not much, just a little. So my brother is coming over to watch a spooky movie with us. And I'd like to be able to do a few last minute things to get ready before he arrives. We're gonna watch The Lost Boys. We used to do that like every Halloween, but we haven't watched it maybe since he moved out.
Hello again.
It's
Hello,
one of
lad. What can I do for you?
it's one of the most 80s movies made in the 80s. Leave Kiefer Sutherland, right? As a like teenage vampire. It's very dramatic and ridiculous and very, very fun. There we go.
Could you open this book for me?
Oh, lost the key, have you?
Not exactly. I never had it.
Ah, I see. Leave it with me. I'll see to it this afternoon.
Jiv says
I'll leave
punk
you to your
grunge
work.
vampires. Yes.
See you again, lad.
Yeah, the vampires are like grungy teenagers who ride motorcycles. Oh my gosh, was that a cat?
I wonder where he is off to.
What on earth? They are the boys your mom warns you
It's
about.
worth a look.
Okay, we unlocked a new part of the map. Oh, this room has colors in it. And the weird cat. We love to see it.
Can I help at all?
No, thanks. I'm just browsing.
Browsing, eh? See anything you like?
I'll let you know.
The cat that's not missing, thank goodness. Not yet. I'd enjoy your lurk, Trumpet. Good luck with work. Neo Druid Festival 2008. Wow. Oh, at Barrow Hill, Cornwall. Told you there's a lot of overlap with Darkling Room and Shadow Tor. Like they're sort of different studios, but also the games have kind of a shared universe. It's very interesting.
Ah, still snapping, eh?
Chip got a 5-stream streak. Whoop whoop.
Could you help me?
Certainly, anything for you, Nigel.
Ah, news travels fast.
The arrival of a young man in Sexton would not escape me.
I see.
I don't
Well,
like his phrasing.
I hope I live up to expectation.
Oh, you've already managed that.
Everyone in this town is so sus.
I'm Nigel Danvers, and you are...
I'm Rice. Thanks for asking. Rice bread.
Is that Celtic
This is
or
extreme.
Welsh or something?
Welsh. Well done. Not just a pretty face, you.
Extremely Welsh. The most Welsh.
Tell me about the photo competition.
Sexton snappers?
Yes. Can anyone take part?
If you have a camera and a good eye.
I'll give it my best shot. Any tips?
Keep in mind that I see a lot of Sexton, day by day. So try to snap something a bit more unusual.
Unusual? I can certainly manage that. Know any local ghost stories?
Oh, hundreds. Check the bookshelf.
Ooh.
If you haven't already.
I will. Is that your cat?
Hi, meet Mr. Tibbs. He knows a story or two.
Mr. Tibbs the cat?
What do you know about Nanny Noah?
Ha! Old Noah being at you, has she?
Well, I wouldn't say that. She just seems...
Distant. She's a good friend. But even I have to admit that she's away with the fairies. Most of the time.
Thanks for your time, Reese.
No problem, boyo. Anytime.
Pronounced it both Reese and Rice in the same conversation. Can I take a picture of the kitty?
That's not right.
No, I can't take a picture of the kitty. Sad. They call him Mr. Tibbs. They do.
Ah, still snapping, eh?
I have a picture of a frog. There we go.
They are great pics. Well done, boyo.
Why do they keep calling me Boyo? Ooh. Unknown Anglia. Visitors from the world unseen. Ooh, crossroad. Hang on. Wait. Okay, so it starts with Crossroad Hauntings. Yep. Literally right behind me on the shelf, I have The Vanishing Hitchhiker. So, like, hey, this sounds familiar. Alright. Crossroad Ghosts have always been featured highly in supernatural compendiums and investigation portfolios. Yes, they are. Many reasons have been offered for why Crossroad Ghosts are so prolific. Many believe that murderers, suicides, warlocks, and thieves were strung up at such sites or buried alive. Ooh. Superstition suggests that any returning spirits will be confused by the abundance of direction and wander the byways and tracks forever. Other theories propose that terrible rampant orgies took place at such sites. Whoa. The witches. Okay. The Oldcombe Lane Phantom. Old spring night in deepest Anglia. When Robert Bridge made his way along Oldcombe Lane, he was returning home from choir practice at the nearby church when he became aware that he might not be alone in dusky gloom. Ah, of course he was on his way from the church. You gotta have that contrast. Behind him, further down the lane, he sensed another traveler making their way back to town. Thinking it may be a friend, singing partner, or villager, Robert turned to greet his shadowy pursuer. As he did so, a blackbird flew up from the hedgerow, uttering a shrill alarm call. A pretty young maiden in country dress and bonnet was making her way toward him. Normally, Robert would be happy to join such a lovely on his journey, but something struck him as odd. He could see an eager look in her eyes, could hear the rustling of her skirts and the quiet hum of a rural tune uttered from her pursed lips, yet no sound came from her movements on the dusty lane. Unnerved, Robert slowed his pace, only to notice that the maiden did not appear to come any closer. She still moved at quite a pace, but seemed to follow at the same distance. Coming to a halt, Robert watched the eerie creature glide to within a few yards of him. Staring into his eyes, she removed her pretty bonnet, lifting it high and then towards his hands. He took the item and watched as she moved backwards towards the hedge and vanished before his very own eyes. Feeling terribly shaken, Robert looked down at the bonnet in his hands. The inside was full of twigs, straw, and leaves. It was a blackbird's nest, but in the center, where bright blue eggs should await life, there were 3 shriveled young birds, bald of feather and bulbous of vein. All 3 tiny creatures were dead. Dropping the bonnet, Robert fled back to his home in Saxton and never walked the Oakham Lane again. Cool illustration. Hey, Benjamin. Welcome, welcome. Congrats on claiming first. Many other travelers have met the mysterious maiden of Oakham Lane. 1875, a visiting young priest who is fair of face and of kind nature is approached by a beautiful young meadow girl holding garlands of poppy, daisy, and campion. In her hair she wore pasque flower, freshly picked from the cliff top at Oakham. Asking her name, the maiden smiled a knowing smile and faded from view. Sorry, neural misfire. Right. The last publicized appearance of the Oakham Lane maiden was in May 1901. 2 gravediggers, brothers by the name of Russet, were busy furrowing into the earth in the upper churchyard when they were distracted by the most peculiar of sounds. A soft, sweet pastoral tune was calling to them from the cliff path. Approaching the uncanny sound, the 2 brothers were rendered speechless by the sight before them. A fair maiden was drifting along the path with no visible means. Nearing the cliff edge, she disappeared completely without trace as the enchanting tune faded away. Okay. Ooh, haunted farmsteads. I want more books like this. I really liked The Vanishing Hitchhiker. Right. England's landscape is an ancient one, cleared of forests, plowed, seeded, and plowed once again for over 1,000 years. It is of little surprise to find that much of the rural landscape can boast a haunting of varying description, from the uncanny greenmen of the land to frivolous phantoms who tend to kitchen matters and household chores. Rarely do I encounter a farmstead with no supernatural charms or horrors. The following tale, delivered to me by a famous Saxton authoress, is of the latter description. Please, dear reader, be prepared for the tale I am about to present. Ooh. Okay, The Hunt of the Dead. That's a great title. Midway through the 18th century, a yeoman and his family led the humble life of land farming and animal husbandry. Their small farmstead, Gibb Farm, out on the Northfield Road, was sheltered by the presence of the Saxton Hills, meaning the family avoided the bustle of town life. Many years passed in the life of this unremarkable family. Through rain, snow, sun, and wind, the yeoman's 2 daughters grew bonny and fair, while his only son turned manly of strength and adventurous in nature. All seemed just so in the household until the eve of Beltane, when something truly extraordinary happened to the simple country folk. Beltane, recognized in antiquity as the beginning or rebirth of the seasonal cycle, is more popularly known as May Day. We're approaching May Day in the game, though the exact calendar date is hard to place. Even in the modernity of the 18th century in life, the yeoman and his family approached this date as a significant milestone in their yearly labors. Animals were led to sprouting pasture, while seed was scattered into fertile soil. Gathering around the midnight fire to give praise to those who blessed their land, the yeoman and his family were alarmed to hear a dreadful sound issued from some place beyond the farmstead window. The hideous sound was described to me as like that of a terrified sow about to be gutted and bled. Ooh, gruesome. It is believed that many animals, like the pig, can sense their own death at the hands of man. The shrieks and howls were enough to pierce the ear and chilled the blood of all who heard them. In horror of what lay beyond the feeble window, the yeoman's family pressed their faces against the icy cold glasses in an attempt to catch a glance of the terrified creature. Beyond the window, a small kitchen garden led to the Northfield Lane. No visible signs were discernible in the pale moonlight, so the family looked even further into the night. Suddenly and without warning, a terrible pale face, described as sexless, leered up at the window. It issued from its cracked thin lips a terrible agonized howl before the face dropped out of sight. Terrified farmer gathered his kin and hid them away in nook and cranny, for the omen sensed they were all in the most present of danger. The two daughters sought sanctuary under their beds, while the yeoman's brave son became guard of the deep cellar which hid his dear mother. One problem with this being a game from such a small studio, there's not a lot of eyes on it before it goes out, which means if, say, for instance, the person in charge of writing everything doesn't know the difference between its and its, they can use the wrong one every single time through the entire game and no one catch it. Like, I'm really enjoying the game, but the proofreader in me is struggling. Like, other than that, they've been pretty good with, like, watching for typos. But they cannot get the right its. And it's so consistent. So they have to think that it's right, but it's not. While sheltering in their darkened corners, all members of the family heard the unmistakable sound of a drum beat coming forth from the nearby hills. The beat grew louder and more distinct as the family became ever more aware of the horror that may befall them. Yeoman himself thought better to guard the entrance to their humble home. Beyond the oak door, he heard scratching and grunting as if wild hogs were attempting to breach their feeble defenses. Peering through the keyhole, the yeoman glanced upon the most frightful scene. Black, almost shapeless forms were digging at the ground around the Northfield Road, mere yards from the front door. Stare as he might, the farmer was unable to identify the foul-looking beasts as they dug deeper into the dark earth. As he watched, further dark shapes appeared to grow from beneath the ground, forming vague human shapes, which twisted and writhed in apparent agony. Some of the wraith-like creatures seemed to attempt an escape from the unearthly scene, but the grunting, shrieking beasts herded the wretched souls as if they were animals prepared for slaughter. As the drumming sound became insistent, the yeoman felt he must avert his eyes, for a new sound had joined the ghastly chorus, that of horse hooves clattering along the ancient road. Oh yeah, you don't want to see that. Some nightmarish figure had come to collect the souls. His eyes tight shut, the farmer heard the phantom creatures scream in absolute horror at the figure before them. Wind rattled the door behind him, and the windows clattered as if torn by storm, yet the farmer did not open his eyes for fear that he would join the wretched creatures in the hunter's realm of utter damnation. Suddenly, as quickly as the event had started, silence fell upon the farmstead as the family members gathered at the fire once more. They gave heartfelt thanks to those deities who had offered protection and kept their souls safe from the horrors beyond the door. Many years had passed without further incident when the yeoman was told the past of his humble farmstead. Some decades before his arrival, the Northfield Road at Gibb Farm, Gibb, was the scene of many executions of the villainous, damned, and indescribable of Saxton. The guilty were hung, they were hanged, drawn and quartered and buried in coffinless graves along the road and before the farm, to be dug up by country beasts and stripped of flesh by carrion birds. Few of Saxton's folk would venture to the isolated spot, and none would spend the night on May Day's Eve. For it is well known throughout Anglia that Beltane is the night of the Great Hunt, when Grimdred himself sought to escort the wretched souls to their place in the underworld's terrible domain. Upon hearing of the farm's horrific connections, the yeoman made the decision that he and his family would enjoy Beltane night by the hospitable fire of Saxton's Bear, as far away from Northfield Road as their souls would gladly take them. Cool illustration, too. I really like these. Alright. And Ghosts of the Sea. Our ocean can be a cruel and unforgiving mistress. All sailors have a story to tell of her unending movements around the globe and the trials that she brings forth. Many of these tales, often recounted in song or verse, include phantom characters, beasts of a supernatural nature, or amazing creatures from the bottomless depths. The ancient inns, pubs, and hostelries of Anglia are often hushed to an eerie silence as crinkled, toothless fisherfolk tell a charming but frightful tale. This next account was heard by my very own ears in the Saxton pub known as the Bear in 1913. Teetering on the brink of the Great War, the story presented an uncanny relevance, which is strange in itself given that the fisherfolk performed the tale from memory alone. The Failed Invasion. It was a stormy night in Saxton toward the end of the 19th century. A wicked and destructive wind had blown across the North Sea, bringing with it the howls and whispers of 1,000 Norse warriors. Saxton's past was rich but secretive by nature, some believing that only the most formidable of storms would shake these secrets from the ancient stones and timbers. Window shutters were sealed, and the doors of Saxton were bolted. Buildings of the town clung to the hillside like a limpet on tidal rocks. No one would venture into the storm, no one except Walter Spivey, who feared for his ship, the Venture. Like all good captains, Spivey was very close to his vessel and knew the oncoming storm could take her from him. Tethering the boat with all the rope of Saxton, Spivey settled himself in the caverns of Saxton's shore. Shielding his eyes from the biting rain, Spivey was astonished to see a boat on the churning seas. Thrown by gigantic waves, the ship was approaching the rocks of Saxton at a frightening speed. Spivey was quick in his thoughts and realized that the lighthouse must not be lit. Why else would these fools be in such haste to meet with Saxton's lethal stones? Dashing through the waves, rain, and gale, Spivey enlisted help from the Bear's Company Maw. The next moments are recounted in a local verse. 6 men dwelt inside the Bear, so 6 men ventured out, up the lane and whispered prayer to the wayward ship thrown all about. Ooh, go forth, for we have souls to save, lift them from the watery grave. That's a cool line. Spivey and his brave companions made their way up to the lighthouse. Ship appeared to be of antique manufacture, boasting little in the way of tenacity or fortitude, tossed upon the North Sea like a child's plaything or a leaf in a brook. Okay, they lit the lighthouse. Oh, to their horror, Spivey and his party watched as the light was quickly snuffed. Spivey lit the lamp once more. Once again, the light grew strong and withered before their very eyes. Something unearthly was occurring up by Saxton's lighthouse. Leaden hearts, the desperate party watched as the stricken ship entered the treacherous bay, waiting for the first blood-curdling sound of timber upon the rocks. The wind became so strong the party could barely stand as rain lashed against the coast as if trying to wash the town clean away. Within a blink, the ship was suddenly gone from view as if she was never there. Returning to the Bear, Walter Spivey told his tale to those who dwelt within. All were quiet as the tale unfolded, as they pondered the strange event. A local man stepped forward to offer some explanation. It was known to him that in the 16th century, a ship left Spain to set sail for England's coast. A sly, devious crew planned an invasion of the most malicious kind. The plan was to execute the Queen herself and those loyal to her. The Queen was well aware of such plans, for they were hardly original or well thought through. She had at intervals along the coast posted scouts to warn of potential threats. The Saxton scout spied such a craft making its way across the headland one moonless, stormy night. He was hidden well behind the town's beacon, up on the coastal road. The scout knew his task was obvious, for he knew he must extinguish the beacon's flames that battled against the ferocious wind. The ship approached as the weather worsened. It became obvious to all that the ship would be lost to Saxton's patriotic rocks. This happened swiftly in a great event not to be forgotten. Oof. Okay, sounds like all souls lost. On hearing this historical tale, Spivey and those within the Bear knew what they had seen that night, the ghostly form of the invading ship that attempted to reach its goal once more. Saxton had once more performed its loyal duty. Many believe that Saxton and much of Anglia is still protected from invasion by the Anglo-Saxon crowns. One is known to have been lost to the sea at Olcombe some centuries ago. The other was reduced to molten metal after the Norman invasion of 1066. The last crown believed to be the helm of a fine Anglo-Saxon ruler, is thought rather fancifully to remain concealed deep in the ancient landscape. Superstition tells that Anglia and England itself will fall if the last crown is discovered and removed. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, we found symbols. Oh dear. Oh, these are gonna be tricky, aren't they? Okay, well, I got a screenshot. I'm guessing Beltane's the one we really need to know about. Okay. Okay. Alright. Oh! Wait, Andrew Verney. That name's in, Barrow Hill, too. Oh man, looks like there's actually more that I need in these. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Hello, Greek. How are you today? Ah, the autumn equinox, an important date in the pagan calendar. Screenshot that too. Okay. Ooh. Can I use any of my ghost hunting tools on that thing?
That's not right.
Ooh.
That That's not right. That's
Can't
not
photograph
right.
the cat either. Ooh, no fun. Alright. Okay. Well, somewhere to put pictures now. Magazines. 1973, that is an old magazine. Stuff about yew trees. Okay. Oh, interesting. Yew trees do not continue to make new rings throughout their lifetimes. They'll just sort of stop. How interesting. Longbows were cut from yew. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Says that sleeping under a yew tree is said to invite harm. The tree is believed to suck the life force from those who dwell beneath, leaving only a lifeless husk of their former self. Very intriguing. Oh, hey! Darkfall, Barrow Hill. I know these. Build your own Bronze Age holiday home. Okay. Ooh. Nice.
The Bear, next to the harbour.
Alright, have a good time, Chiller, and thanks for visiting. Ah, there's that lighthouse. 1911. It's such a little lighthouse. It's so cute.
Hello! Nothing but the North Sea. Next stop, Norway.
Oh, what on earth? What just happened? What? What was that? Does that mean it's midday now? Did we have a vision? Like, what was that? go any further from there. Okay, that goes that way. Okay. Does he have my book ready?
Hello again.
Ah, young Mr. Danvers. You'll be wanting your book.
Yes. Did you open it?
Of course. Wouldn't be much of a handyman if I hadn't.
You didn't read it, did you?
Nope. Reading's not my strong point.
I
You
like
can't
it.
read?
Reading's not the only skill, you know.
Oh, quite.
Okay. Alright. Let me check out my little map.
I should go somewhere private to study the book.
Alright. Up. It teleported us back home. Well, alright. Read the book now. Okay, gosh. You even opened the book for us. Okay. William Ager's journal. Baker House, Raven Lane, Northfield, Anglia. Cool ink sketches.
Ager House, Raven Lane, Northfield. A possible lead.
Wait, can I really not look at anything
Dragon
else?
guarding a treasure.
Like, I can't read the journal,
3 crowns. A link to the legend.
but I can't read it.
Ager House, Raven Lane, Northfield.
What?
A possible lead.
I can't read the journal.
Ager. A name to look out for. Now for the rest of the book.
Okay, gosh. It was the darkest. Oh no. His whole journal is poetry.
The tracks, the fens. Perhaps
Oh,
this Ager character lived along the train line.
alright.
A possible lead.
Oh gosh, it's a love lost poem. What on earth? This is so emo. What? Did he murder her? That had Ghost Who Walks vibes. That was creepy. Okay. Alright, now I'll see where the game will let me go. Might take a minute. How do I get to Northfield?
The tracks, the fens. Perhaps this Ager character lived along the train line. A possible lead.
Yeah. How do you expect me to get to the train line? I think I should be able to walk past that, but apparently not. Come on. Go through here.
The door is locked.
Okay. Will he open it for me?
Station master.
Mr. Danvers! Saxton treating you well, is it?
No.
Goodbye, station master.
Goodbye, Mr. Danvers.
Station master. Okay. What? Do I need to go back to Sedgemarsh? Those train tracks?
The tracks, the fens.
Okay.
Perhaps this Aga character lived along the train line.
Yeah, I'm working on it,
A
buddy.
possible lead.
You alright there, Benjamin? Yeah, that guy.
An abandoned building. It looks foreboding.
I think most of the town is abandoned. Tired and busy as usual. I relate. Says I want to leave my job. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry your time's not being appreciated. Alright, Sedgemarsh. Just want to check for ghosts real quick. Oh. Ah. Off we go.
There's something wrong with the signal. Is it stuck?
Hmm. Hmm.
There's something wrong with the signal. Is it stuck?
Don't seem to have anything to fix it with.
Hello!
Hey. He's weird. Ah, Raven Lane! Does exist.
I have no idea where this leads. If it leads anywhere at all.
We have no idea where anything leads. The only way to find out is to follow it. Come on. Where's your sense of adventure, Nigel? Oh. Oh no. Okay, it's the same symbol. No clue what to do with that. Okay. Oh dear, there's a bunch of them. Oh no. Oh no. No clue what I'm supposed to do out here. Okay. Well, I made it out. Oh, hey, there's an item.
What's this?
Pick it up, pick it up. Why do you treat me like the dirt? Rock farm. Oh. That's a call the cops letter. Who's BG and how do we get them arrested?
This must be Acre House on Raven Lane.
And we can't interact with it or talk to the person that's in the front yard. Why? Come on. Are you really going to try to snoop? Oh, what?
Good afternoon.
Oh, you startled me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have...
Oh, no, it's my fault. I was miles away, somewhere between spring and summer.
You should be complimented on your garden.
Oh, thank you. It's both a burden and a joy. It feeds us and provides much of what we need.
You sound like a witch.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, no, I meant as in a Wicca or chemist.
I see. Yes, I guess you could be right. I do create many charms and potions from kettle and leaf.
Wait.
Such pretty young things.
She creates charms and potions, but when he says she sounds like a witch, she's like, I beg your pardon. What is this game? What are these people? Hello, Sapphire. Welcome, welcome. How are you today?
Is that horrible letter meant for you?
Oh, don't. That silly old codger. He should know better. His affections upset my dear Robert, bless him. He's a sensitive soul.
Robert?
Oh, where are my manners? I'm Catherine Carswell. My husband Robert is in his workshop, fuming at present.
Why is that?
He's convinced I'm going to run off with the farmer.
And are you?
Oh, goodness no, smelly man. I'll get no joy from Robert until he's calmed himself.
How will you do that?
Via his stomach, as always.
I wouldn't call what was in that letter affections.
I can smell cooking.
Ah, that'll be the broth. I'm making lunch. Why don't you join us?
I'd love to. What's on the menu?
An old favourite, 7 pigeon and nut broth. It's an Anglo-Saxon recipe.
Really? Now there's a thing. Is it, well, edible?
Good heavens, I should hope so. Perhaps you could help.
I'm not exactly a TV celebrity chef, though.
TV chefs? What's that? You've lost me.
Oh, not to worry. Where do we start?
I'll pick some more of these bay leaves while you read the recipe. It's in the kitchen, past Jasper the parrot.
Why is your parrot in the kitchen? That's horribly unsanitary. Oh, no. Sapphire asks, how's D&D? Since I'm here, I used a face mask and had a reaction, so a little warm in the cheeks, but I'll live. How's everyone? D&D was fun.
I'll
Very
have a look
chaotic.
around, if you don't mind.
But very fun. But wow, I'm tired. Like, I was tired at the end of the game. I'm still tired now.
This must be Jasper. The parrot.
It's a parrot?
Maybe a mockingbird instead.
Something is weird with that lady. I mean, it's Saxton. Everyone here is weird, but something is off with her. Oh no, is that where we cut up the pigeons? There's the recipes in the kitchen. Where? I already looked at that. The obvious witch who doesn't believe she's a witch, I guess? Yeah, I'm confused by everyone in this town. Feels like they all know who I am, but none of them know who they are. There we go. Alright. 7 pigeons. Yep, okay. Loaf of bread to serve. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Other than it being pigeon, that actually sounds pretty good. Ooh. Yeah, she's definitely not a witch.
The patterned stone is heavily cracked. Probably frost damage.
Straight there. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Maybe we could substitute chicken. Maybe. Whoa, 55 stream streak. Impressive. Okay. Can we snoop the house? Snoopy, Snoopy. Think better of it. Rude. Party pooper.
It's been washed smooth by heavy spring rain.
Amen. Okay, but I need to find 2 more.
I already have this.
Oh, stolen ivy leaf? Okay. Not what I was expecting. What on earth?
Excuse me, but can you...
I've told you, silly goose, that I'm not to be disturbed.
No, Mr. Carswell, I am not...
The afternoon post or my lunch is all I'm expecting. Now get to it. There's precious work to be done.
Did he just call us a silly goose? I beg your pardon. Never heard a more menacing silly goose, right? You silly
Can
goose.
I ask something else?
If you have any ingredients, Nigel, do add them to the pot.
Oh gosh, what's wrong with her face? Okay. What do you
About
need?
these ingredients.
I'll prepare the birds and bacon while you shop in the hedgerows and woodlands.
Where will I find the cobnuts?
Cobnuts or hazelnuts, as you might know them, grow in the small thickets of the wood just down the lane.
Oh dear.
Where will I find the wood mushrooms?
The answer's in the name, but I will add that you'll want to find a shady patch, perhaps near the old monument.
Okay, hang on. Coconuts. Mushroom.
Does the garlic grow in your garden?
No, wrong season, I'm afraid. You'll have to find some wild garlic near the stream. It likes the damp. But avoid the train line.
I thought the trains weren't running.
Oh, don't worry yourself, just stay away from the train tracks.
Where can I find the chives?
There's some early flowering wild varieties in the drier soil at the top of the lane.
Okay.
Can I ask something else?
Of course, there's no rush.
Ooh.
I'll have a look around, if you don't mind.
Says nothing. Yep, something is not quite right for her. I don't know where to even start with that. Okay.
Fresh chives, picked from the lane.
Okay. I actually recognized those. Hey, hey. Pat on the back for me. It's chives then. We need garlic, mushrooms, and hazelnuts.
Ferns, I think, or bracken.
Collecting all kinds of stuff. Don't poison anybody, dude. What is
I have no idea where this leads.
Does
If
like a good
leads
mosey.
anywhere at all.
Yeah. Hey, those look like mushrooms.
Woodland mushrooms.
Okay. Still need hazelnuts.
Sap is dripping from the branches, like the trees are bleeding.
Thank you. Okay, that's where we came from. And so is that. Okay. Oh, you're here. Might have to ask her about the hazelnuts again. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, so that's what's that way. Alright. Nice mushrooms. Okay, we've got half of what we need. That looks rather like wild garlic now, doesn't it? Don't get hit by a train, dude.
Wild garlic. From the stream.
Okay. Do you think I'll have to ask her? Again. Gathering all sorts of stuff we don't need.
Last winter's cobnuts.
Ah!
Picked from the tree.
Oh hey, we found them. That was lucky. Okay. We've got this. Check the recipe again. Yeah. Okay. How does this stuff need prepped?
If you have any ingredients, Nigel, do add them to the pot.
Okay. Alright. Garlic chives. The cobnuts are supposed to be bashed to pieces. And the mushrooms are supposed to be chopped.
If you have any ingredients, Nigel, do add them to the pot.
I can add the chives, I think.
Oh no, that's not quite right.
How is it not quite right? Okay, guess we have to follow the instructions more closely than that. Okay. Go and drop this too. Okay. Can I drop the other things? Ah. Is that garlic?
Freshly chopped wild garlic.
That's leaves, not roots. Alright, weirdo. That I feel like the recipe should be doable, right? No.
If you have any ingredients, Nigel, do add them to the pot.
Okay. Hang on. Oh. Got protein drink. Okay. Ah. Okay.
If you have any
Right, stuff.
ingredients, Nigel, do add them to the pot.
Can I?
Ah, the cobnuts. Crushed perfectly.
Okay.
Ah, wood mushrooms. Chopped to perfection.
Hydrate.
Chives. Freshly trimmed.
You trim chives?
Wild garlic. Perfectly chopped.
Is that all? Is the broth ready to stew?
Almost. We need one final ingredient. Something rather special.
Aha. Tell me more.
We need some hedgerow balm. It's a natural sedative. It will flavour the broth as well as provide a little stress relief for that husband of mine. He won't notice a thing.
What does bark look like?
There's a painting in the bedroom. Take a good look.
She's going to drug him with lunch to calm him down. Tips for a happy marriage? What?
Catherine Carswell. Robert Carswell.
Sweet dreams, sweetie. Forever.
The flowers are dry, old, and brittle.
Probably her wedding bouquet.
An unloved antique. The pattern has been bleached by the summer sun. This must be the soothing balm.
Okay.
I think I saw some. Yes, in the hedge.
Well, she did say it was hedgerow balm. Where's the hedge you saw it in, though, Nigel? Help me out here. Oh, Nigel. He's so close to being useful. And yet. Hedge. Where's the hedge? I think I found foxglove, maybe?
A pink flower I can't identify.
I think it's foxglove. Not in the hedge. That really narrows it down. Thanks, Nigel. Where's there a flower in the hedge? What even is the hedge? Is this the hedge? I'm from Appalachia. We don't have hedges, we have ditches.
Wild garlic from the stream.
We had wild garlic, my dude. I saw some in the hedge. What hedge?
Hello!
The map's not going to tell me. Here's a hedge. Oh, golly. Still won't let me walk out there.
I have no idea where this leads, if it leads anywhere at all.
Well, you don't know where this leads either, and it apparently leads nowhere at all, but you go down this path. I don't think there's hedge up here. Doesn't seem to be. Okay, so is it closer than I think it is and I missed it, or is it further out and I need to go exploring further afield? I saw some in the hedge. It's just gonna be the ferns again, I think. Yeah.
I already have this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guess we try wandering a little further. As soon as I finish the soup, I'm wrapping up. So I can get ready for company. Soup. Mm-hmm. We might finish before then, because I don't know if I can handle the frustration of this. I'm mad. Where's the hedge, Nigel? Be useful, Nigel.
That's not right.
How is it not right? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna call it before I get too mad. So, save game. Okay. Alright. To the best of my knowledge, I should be back tomorrow, usual time, 3 o'clock Eastern. We'll probably be playing more of this. This is a much longer, more elaborate game than I was anticipating, so we're probably going to be playing a lot of it, trying to finish it before Halloween. But until then, thank y'all so much for watching. I'm so glad that you were able to spend this time with me, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.